just realized the old things that I used to do, I no longer want to do. I used to work as a mechanic for a couple of different shops in the last 20 years. Kind of got tired of doing the mechanic stuff. Short of mechanics because companies don't want to pay us right. I don't want to work on other people's problems. When you're a mechanic, all you do is just constantly hear other people's problems, and people don't really even know how to drive. People don't know how to drive. The roads are bad. They don't know how to make parts anymore. The parts that we do buy are all refurbished parts. So as a mechanic, it's not even worth it. You get paid flat rate. Half these companies don't want to pay you right with this flat rate. Flat rate sucks as a mechanic. That's not even including tools. The roads are bad. Parts are bad. Companies don't pay you worth crap. And look, what do you know? Another place went down. This used to be a refurbed computer place. And look at now. Gone. It's not really worth it anymore. Stopped being a mechanic like 6 years ago. It's just not worth it. Yeah, look, this place is gone too. This used to be a computer refurbished place. It's not even there no more either. Being a mechanic is like a joke. You gotta deal with crappy customers, crappy parts, crappy roads, crappy driving, refurbished parts, companies that don't want to pay you right. Yeah, I stopped doing that 6 years ago now, and I was, at that time, 17 years in being a mechanic. Stagehand was the first one that I did. That one's always pretty profitable, being a stagehand. It has its perks, but it has its downsides too. Stagehand isn't like always guaranteed work. You do got to get a job attached because there are down seasons. I kind of been fortunate to be in the position that I'm in because I haven't worked, and I'll say that. But I have been working on my own app and things of that nature. It's a discussion for a different time. But I've been fortunate enough to have someone to help me through this process. Not only because I haven't worked, because I got sick. I kind of like added to the situation. Got some, COVID shit. But as far as wanting to go to being a mechanic again, I'm not going back. We're going to try to figure out something new. Technicians are down is because people like me don't want to go back to doing that stuff no more. We don't want to be a mechanic anymore. Don't want to do that. I don't want to be a stagehand. I've done that too many years. Seen the effects of my stepdad and other of his partners and work buddies of mine too. They just really got to them health-wise. I don't know what that was, but overwork, stress, the demand, and that. Local 7 being a Denver theatrical stagehand. It's a difficult job. Long hours. I'm just mobbing them. Drinking. What have you got on here? 13. Probably why I've been building this YouTube channel. That's probably why I've been building this YouTube channel. Every little step that I'm be taking. Sometimes it's live and just random thoughts that I have in my head. Yeah. Other times, it's real. Like later on, I think I'm probably drop some live music content. But just thinking out loud. Pretty cool day. Not too hot. Just mobbing. Yeah. I don't want to go back to those old trades that I used to do. Done with that old life. Being a grease monkey. A trade is definitely a good skill and trade to have. At least when you get yourself in a situation, you can get yourself out. When you have a vehicle, you don't need to take it to mechanics to get all these nonsensical repairs that they throw at you. So, yeah, it's great. Definitely great to have. Skill to have. I'd be more of a restoration mechanic because people that restore their cars actually care about their cars. So if that was going to ever be, it'd probably be in that direction. My dad restores cars, so I kind of have an idea on how people treat their cars when they restore them, rather than just drive them on a daily drivers. If you work on daily drivers, man, that's brutal. Real brutal. Daily driver cars are, those will kick your butt. Those will kick your commission to the side. Your daily driver, this guy's just gonna run over the train tracks 80 miles an hour and expect you to work on his ball joint. His rack and pinion after you went over there. After these potholes, man, where we live, these potholes are really crazy. So yeah, it's kind of like the battle you face with that job. Problems. Then they come back with the same problem and you gotta fix it because the first time it didn't work. Yeah, it's not cool. So I think a lot of people are feeling the transition of wanting to do something else in their life. Just kind of had to share that. Pushing yourself to do something different. Past 6 years now, I've been understanding, APIs, tokenizations, APK apps, and I've built it up to where I have it now. Cloud storage, all that stuff, AdMob. But once you start learning all that stuff and the CPMs, and you start to understand how much these people actually know about us. But yeah, I guess my advice to a lot of people is just do what you want. You don't need college to understand something. It's all there in front of our eyes. You just gotta right click sometimes to see the HTML code and just start just looking at it, I think that's just life. Life is a right click and then a code, HTML. You just gotta look behind the wall that's fancy to see the codes, the algorithms that you play in. But I'll get off. Won't waste your more time. And if you're out there looking for something else new in your life because you're tired of the old skill that you were doing, do it. Just get well fed. Keep a stable mind and focused mind, and you can get there. So, I'm out. Everybody try to enjoy as much as you can in these crazy times. I'm out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just walking too. I think I'm gonna cut it off though. More people jumped in. But I will admit, yeah, I haven't had no job because I've been rebelling against the system. It doesn't mean that there's other means to keep yourself alive. So always remember that. Just because you ain't got a job doesn't mean you can't bring the means to live a copacetic life. A job doesn't mean money. Just gotta find a hustle that works for you. I think a lot of people really forget that. So, look for your hustle. If you're looking to transition from the old skill to a new, do it. Do what you gotta do. We all are capable of doing it. There's enough information for you to understand everywhere to obtain. Just don't obtain the wrong information. That's the key. And look for that stuff to get to yourself where you need to be. I know I've been thinking about this since 2020 on how to position myself out of the loop so I don't always have to use the algorithms that they gave us. Because the algorithms they gave us just feed me nonsense. And I can get onto the phones that I developed, and I don't need to look at that stuff. When I'm trying to cut through the sword and trying to find something, that's what I have my phones for and the things that I developed. And it took me a while to understand this stuff, but I got the concept of it. And that's the important part, is when you get the concept of it, everything else can fall in place. So whatever you want to do next, do it. Don't let nobody tell you. You need this, you need that. Not unless you want to be a brain surgeon or rocket engineer or something like that. Lawyer. Just everything else is free game. You have the knowledge, it's there. So, yep, I'll be out. Everybody's giving some thumbs up, that's good. I'll be out doing my thing, pushing forward, trying to get this content and be a better influencer, as much as I can. I don't lean to any party. Very neutral individual about a lot of aspects and a lot of things, and we'll get some more of that later. But just make that good transition in life, and really whatever you're doing, from the old skill to the new skill, and the old you into the new you. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not changing. Just recognize the ways and the patterns of your old self changing. It's good to see people up in here. I'll jump on this side because I don't know if people want me to record them. So I don't want nobody that doesn't want to be in the video. I know somebody's coming across the street. But yeah, sometimes you gotta lie to yourself too to be happy. You're not always happy. If you could lie to yourself a little bit that you're happy, make yourself laugh, induce that laughter chemical, kind of find yourself into a pattern. Don't lie to yourself totally, but just kind of put yourself in that area so you could better your mind, get yourself out of that negativity, because a lot of the stuff on YouTube is just nothing but negativity. Will draw you in because they want your attention, and if it gets you to engage because of the anger, then they got you. So always pay attention to what you're engaging in, because that's going to lead you down a path maybe you don't want to be into. Positivity, you got to get into that. It's been a long time since I was able to be happy, and now I've caught myself into being happy, and it's crazy. I didn't think I was going to be ever happy, but now that I push all the drama away from me, and any time I see any drama or conflict, I just push away from it, because I don't want none of that. And the more I do that, the better it is. Even my own parents, they've treated me a lot of different ways where I figured I'm just going to do this differently. I'm not going to put myself part of them. And sometimes you got to do that. If your parents are being negative, bringing you down, constantly thinking that they raised you and you need to give them Yeah, that's not cool. Because we don't know our parents nothing. And if our parents didn't raise us from the beginning either, they shouldn't have no say in it as we get older. But just stay positive. And a lot of people don't want to see you get out of the bucket because they love crabs in a bucket. They want to pull you down. As soon as you get out of it, you feel alone. And you want to put people in the same realm as you. But those people ain't ready for that place that you're ready to be in. They want to pull you back into that area. And don't let that happen. It's lonely when you get to here. It is. It's very lonely. No drama. Good vibes. It is. It gets lonely. You know, when you start making it, you get lonely. You ain't nobody around because they ain't in your same realm. But once you start pushing yourself in a bucket of people and crabs, yeah, the next thing you know. And I'm not talking about gang stuff or nothing like that. Just crabs in a bucket, you know? But just keep pushing. I'll go to my YouTube channel, you'll see. I got all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of videos that I make on my stuff. Got to go to my actual channel. You'll actually see everything that I make, from regular instrumental beats to my music to CGI videos. Some of them are AI that I make, but for the most part, I've been doing this since 2012. All the stuff that you see on my channel, go all the way down to the bottom. You see that I've created tons of stuff since 2012. It's all animated stuff. Anything that I can create is animated or something. Put a little bit of AI in there too, but I stopped doing that. Really been using a lot of CGI stuff into my instrumental horror film beats. So yeah, if you go to the channel, you'll see all the content that I create. It's a lot of stuff. I don't just do this stuff. This is just my on-the-go stuff that helps me build up the subscribers. And if you're subscribed, go check out the channel. Go see what I do. Old school hip hop, new school hip hop, all kinds of other shit stuff that's on there. Content, music. I don't really like promoting my Facebook, but if you want to go to the Facebook, you can go to that. I have a couple thousand followers, I think, on there. But I don't really mess with that one. I don't mess with Facebook too much. Yeah. Go check it out. And what is that supposed to mean? Is Freddy Krueger moisturized? What do you mean? Are you insinuating on me? For my age, I'd say I look pretty dang good for my age. So if you're insinuating on me, you're a little crazy there. Better go look at yourself in the mirror. People hate. You can hate up in the comments all you want. It doesn't bother me. Because you got to look in the mirror too every day. I bet you that bothers you. So, when you want to talk in the comments, that's only a reflection. And reflections are nothing but projections. So, every time we talk and say something negative in the comments, those are just reflections of your own projected self. So be careful what you say. Always remember that. Karma's always crazy when it works its way in. So I hope you're sitting there, if you're talking crap about whatever you're saying. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. Just say it. It doesn't bother me. But when you move forward, like I said, you got people in the comments, people around, people always trying to say something. That's how it is. But from being where I was, homeless on the street, to having what I have now, I just let the haters just enjoy their own misery. That's the only thing I do. And haters enjoy their own misery. Just misery. Yeah, the more you push forward, the more haters are gonna get involved and snicker amongst themselves. So that's how it rolls. You push forward with positivity, no negative. I'm not shallow Hal. I don't care what you look like, how you look. Yeah, I get a job. Actually, I have things in my life that probably accumulate more than you have. So we're headed in a direction that people can't get to. I'm sorry if you hate. That's what your job is to do. Because the more you engage, the more it just helps. You get a job, you go get taxed out of your mind, you go do that. I have other plans with the development and the apps that I've created. Go ahead and hate. Sorry that you didn't sit there and spend time doing something else, and you gotta go do what you gotta do. Of course I gotta make money. Everybody does. That doesn't always necessarily mean work for another person. That's what's crazy about a lot of people. Gotta go work. And there's plenty of ways to make money that aren't illegal, that actually are legal. So remember that. If you want to learn something, probably should ask me before you start understanding something you don't know. I love the negativity that people try to bring you. Love that energy. Keep that energy, you guys. You're negative as hell. Peace. And I'm almost.